Welcome back to AFCRDTV. I'm joined by manager Andy Burgess, and we're going to have a little discussion about this weekend's trip to Baseford. But before we do that, Andy, let's start off with the squad as a whole. How's the group looking ahead of Saturday? Have we got any injuries or knocks that we need to be aware of at all?
No, touch wood, no injuries or knocks. Obviously we've got training tonight and hopefully everyone comes through that unscathed. So yeah, we're looking full strength, yeah, looking forward to going down the road to Baseford and hopefully building on last weekend.
We were just speaking off camera. You've got a positive update about Matty Fossum. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so his international clearance has come through, which is great, and he'll give us great options at the back. He'll give us that strength and that leadership that we've been needing in the back line. Obviously, the experience of playing across Europe, and he's been waiting for a few weeks now. So he's certainly got the bit between his teeth, and he's certainly got the mentality and the desire to go out and play. So whether it's from the start or off the bench, looking forward to having him available and helping us.
Yeah, it's fantastic news. We certainly all look forward to seeing him play. Well, you told us last week that you were 99% sure of a new signing by the weekend. Are there any updates that you could give us on players potentially coming in? Yeah,
so we've added two to the group this week. Connor T, the first one, is a player I know really well. First came on my radar when I was at Mansfield Town as head of recruitment. He came and played a couple of trial games and he was first class. He was the best player on the pitch. We wanted to take him, for whatever reason we couldn't get him through, but then when I went up to South Shields in the same role, he was the first player I recommended. He went in to train and play a game, and they signed him off the back of that straight away, and he had a fabulous first season, or 3/4 of the first season with South Shields before manager changed. It didn't, for whatever reason, work out under the new manager there, and terminated his contract in the summer. And I've been in constant contact with him through the summer, and I know he's gone into various clubs, and for whatever reason they've not offered him anything. So he's an advanced midfielder. He can play probably anywhere in midfield. He can play as a second striker, can play off both flanks. He's hugely intelligent. He's bright as a bubble. He's played for Ireland under 19s. He's played. Came through at Leicester and won their Academy Player of the Year. So he's got fantastic pedigree. Born and bred in Northampton. So a fantastic acquisition, I think, and someone who I'm very much looking forward to seeing part of things. So we've also taken Morgan Worsfield-Gregg from Lincoln as a central midfielder. Really good footballer. Came on Tuesday for their first team in the JPT against Doncaster. He's someone who's very, very highly thought of by Mark Kennedy and Tom Shaw, who's obviously a former teammate of mine over at Lincoln, and we're very much again looking forward to him being part of the group. He'll give us more options in midfield where we're a little bit light, and again he's somebody I'm hugely looking forward to being part of the group, and we've got him for a season, so again looking forward to seeing him coming in to integrate to the group in the group and being part of things.
Yeah, that's great news. And just looking ahead to the weekend, what do you know about Baseford? You've had them watched and had them scouted as well, so what sort of threats do you think that they'll pose?
Yeah, so they've got some good experienced players. Greg Smith, somebody who I played with, big centre forward, big target man, scores goals, he's a handful. He'll be difficult. The other centre forwards a handful. I think the front two are experienced players at this level, and will be difficult for us. They've got a nice and neat and tidy in midfield, and but again, like I've said to the lads all the way through, it's about us. It's about us going there with our A game and imposing ourselves on them, building on last week on the good things. We've had, as we've just talked about, we've got some freshness about the squad, which will give us different options. So we'll go there ready, we'll go there prepared, we'll go there with good intentions, and it's something I'm looking forward to. It's 3G pitch, and I think that'll suit us.
Yeah, of course. Well, it was a very hectic pre-season, 9 games in total. We pretty much had games every 3 days. So how important has it been to have that full week to train for the Needham Market game, and obviously having that full week now to prepare for Baseford?
Yeah, it's been huge. Obviously we had 2 sessions last week, which was great. In fact, the Tuesday session last week felt like the first session for months. It felt like we hadn't trained for a long time. So to be able to get to a couple of hours into them 4 times in the last fortnight has been great. It just helps you build pictures. It helps the group integrate with each other and learn a bit more about each other, and us learn more about the players. As I say, it was a hectic pre-season schedule and there were lots of games, but I believe our fitness levels are good and they're improving. And as I said on Saturday, I just think with every every time we come together as a group, we're going to improve, we're going to get better, and go in the right direction. So yeah, it's been really positive these last 2 weeks, and we want to continue to build on that and the point we gained at home on Saturday.
Yeah, you mentioned that point that we gained at home last weekend. What improvements do you want to see from your side going into this Saturday to be able to go and get that first win?
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously looked at the video a number of times and seen real good stuff, but we've seen real definite areas that we need to improve upon. I think we need to be braver on the ball. We need to want the ball a little bit more and get on the ball and try and play forward. There was once or twice, I think it was Hicks, who played some really good balls, breaking lines and getting people into pockets, and that's vital for us. I just want to see us be a little bit braver on the ball and play a little bit more football. As I mentioned, we're on a 3G, so we know the pitch is going to not give us any excuses not to play. And I think, having watched the game back and seen their squad and looked at other clubs in this level, we've got real good footballers. We've got as good footballers as are at this level without any shadow of a doubt. So we need to utilise that and use that to our advantage. And we've spoken about it this week. We've shown the video to the players, and we prepared properly. So again, we can't get carried away, and we're not trying to. We've got to crawl before we can walk and jog before we can run. So we know it's a little bit of a process, but I know there's lots I was pleased with on Saturday, and hopefully we can go there on Saturday and build on it.
And just finally, you mentioned Nathan Hicks there. He's been wearing the armband for the last couple of games. Have you made a decision about captaincy for the season at all, or are you still weighing that up?
It's still something that we're looking at. There's various people who can wear the armband, and Hicks had it Saturday. It's not a definite decision that we've made so far. So it's just something that we're assessing and looking at over the first few weeks of the season and see where we're at.
We'll have a good training session tonight, Burge, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Thanks, Joseph.